All right. It's Thursday again. Welcome in, everybody. How was the week? How are you doing? Hope everyone is great. Nice to have you all back. Let me see that I'm streaming now, also vertical on YouTube. Let's see how that goes. Because I think it's only just cutting out the middle section of my picture and just using that. So I haven't arranged anything. I don't know if you can see much there, but maybe. I have to check later when we go to the design screen. But today we try to finish our little R2-D2 for the studio scale X-Wing and or Y-Wings. So let me quickly pull up the reference material and then we get right in. Where was it? What do we need? What do we need? All right, we need to get the legs and the rear section. Here and this there, and switch. There you go. Now you can see what I see. Let's see how this looks on the YouTube vertical. It's not too bad. You can see the middle. Design screen, a little bit of the reference material. Chat is cut off and I'm not in the picture, but that's not that important. Maybe, nah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I think I need to make a whole separate scene in OBS for a vertical stream. I think everything else doesn't make much sense here. Well, it was a try. Need to check how I do that vertical scene in OBS. Because it was a bit of a hassle as far as I remember to set this up. Maybe it's gotten better, I don't know. It's been a couple of months since I first looked into that. But anyways, let's get to our little guy here. The front and the head section are finished. Now we need to adjust his legs and the rear section here. Those are just placeholders for now, those details here. So we need to make those correct. Maybe some minor adjustments here and there. And then this guy is finished and can be exported as STL and ready for 3D printing. Just thinking about where to start it best. I think I'm gonna start with the rear. Maybe get those panels ready and then the rest. Just checking where we can see all those panels the best. Does this help? Not that much. Maybe put this over here somewhere. Maybe I can use it later. Maybe this side view. And I think I had some pictures from Red 3 open last time where you could see a little bit more of the rear section from a different angle in better lighting maybe. No, there was one that was sharper. No, definitely not this one. Maybe this one. A little bit we can look down in here between this gap. Let's see if there's something else. No. Maybe this one. Maybe. Nope, that's it. But that should do. Unfortunately, we only have the front view of the taller R2 where it's not cut in half. Well, it's still cut, but not as much up as this one here is. So I don't know what the rest of the rear section looks like under here. But I might just make something up or leave it blank, as most of those guys will go in X-Wings and they will be cut like this one, more or less. So I think we can even use those two panels. And this needs to get a little asymmetric. And this may be a little bit thinner or not as wide. Where is that wiping shot? This needs to be not as wide, I think. Let's see. Here. 0.4 looks okay. Okay, and this one also, but in the other direction. Oh, it changes the angle here, or more, it keeps it, so we need to rotate this surface better than to push it around. You can easily do that. So now we rotate it, and now it stays perpendicular to the to his body. How much though? Not that much. That's for sure. See. Maybe a little less. Minus. Oh, wait, what? Make this 10. No. Again, it rotates different when I look on top of it than when I'm not. Why is that? It's weird. I'm going with 13 for now. And then we need this. This here that protrudes a little more than the other panels. This one here. Cannot see that good with all the damage in the color and stuff. Just gonna use that as my profile and rotate a little. A little piece out there. That's too much. Maybe half of that. A little more. 8. 8 looks okay. Going to make this a new body, then we can move it freely around. Wait, something's not right here. Okay. What axis did I choose? His body, why is it so weird? The center of rotation is not in the middle of the body that I clicked. Why is that? Okay, let's use this then. It's the same. Okay, that's weird. A little bit off center here, but why? Minimum distance 0.5. The center point is the same for both. Let's see those two. Should be as well. Maybe if I use the inner diameter. No, it's still a little off center. Why is that? I don't get it. There is no reason why this should be not centered. Okay, you know what? Make a little sketch. Check here. It is round. Let's try this again. No, it's still Makes that a little weird. So when I do the full circle, you can see how it's offset. For whatever reason. That is weird. Let's try something else. What if I put a plane in here? Is this? The plane is. Okay, that's the reason. It's not entirely perpendicular and it's a little off center to the center of R2. And it's choosing this axis to rotate from here instead rotating from the center of the axis that I choose. Okay, that's stupid. Okay, plan B. Okay. Can't delete that. Placement was. Let's check this. More to this one, then to this one, and it is almost triple the thickness as the other panels. That is 0.2, so make this 0.5. Then we do this. Yeah. Why are you not intersecting here? They're both the same value. Okay. Ditch that measurement and then let's just constrain it on here. And we can extrude this profile down here. And then we have our little panel here. Yeah, I think I made it too wide. go back into Sketch. Wait. There you go. Okay, now we have this, 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 and this one here. Now we need to figure out or imagine something that will go down here. Hello, Cardonix. Welcome in. How are you? How was your day? I'm just making a little R2 unit over here. How far did I model the other one? Body. Not that much. Just bought my first 3D printer. It will arrive this weekend. I'm so hyped. Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations on your purchase. Which one did you get? How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Just designing a little bit here. Enjoying my evening. Hope that Fusion doesn't crash, and then I'm happy. Oh, speaking of, I should save that, what I did so far. Wait a minute. Save. Okay. A P1S. Nice. I also have a P1S. It's a great little machine. It's so much faster and more precise than I had before. At least in the FDM section. I also have a resin printer, but this is a whole different story. I think I will just put a third panel here over the whole height and be done with that. And then we move on to his little legs. Let's should we make it symmetric or not symmetric? Asymmetric? Well, maybe a little asymmetry. Always nice. 0.8 0.2. Is it not 0.2? Yeah. Wait a minute. What is this? Oh, 0.17. Oopsies. 0.17. There you go. Connect those sketch lines, and then we have our profile. Going to extrude this all the way up here. Oop. There you go. And that's it for the rear, I would say. Because most people will cut it here anyways. To fit into the X-Wing. Save that again real quick. Nice. I was looking at the A1, but the P1S was on sale and was almost the same price. Oh, that's a good deal then, I would say. For how long do you design like this? It looks complicated. Fair enough, yes. And to tell the truth, it is a little complicated, at least if you never have had anything to do with it. Then of course it can be intimidating, and the learning curve is quite steep. I'm doing this now since 2010. I did my engineering studying, and there we learned how to use CAD and all those things. So quite a while. But you can learn it fairly quickly if you stick to it and really want to learn it. If it is saved. Good. So now I think you two can go away. Where's the other one here? And maybe, do we see anything here? No, I don't think so. Wait. Let's make center line first. We can mirror stuff around. Let's king start. More or less in the middle of those two. And I should have, yeah. Also make a macro where it ends. Let's rotate it this way. Are you German? I am. Can you hear it? lass doch Deutsch reden. Bin auch Deutsch. Hey, nice. Ja, ich versuche es Englisch zu halten hier, weil halt viele international dabei sind. Heute nicht so viel, aber sonst. Und auf meinem Instagram und so sind die meisten englischsprachig. That's why I try to keep it in English, if you don't mind. So now I can take those sketch lines, mirror them on the other side. And then we can cut those sections away. Which plane did I use? This one. Okay, then I can make another sketch for this part here. This also needs to be adjusted. Okay. Here, separate those, and then I'm going to make this thinner. Mirror those as well. And now we can extrude. And let's see how that looks like then. First, those two. Wait. And we can stretch this later. Klar, ich mache eigentlich auch fast alles auf Englisch. Then let's keep it English. All right. What do you do? Do you also have Instagram or something? Or what do you do in English? Or YouTube or streaming or what exactly? So now we can put a little chamfer on here and no. And let's use a draft, not the chamfer. This should work better. Yeah, there you go. How far do we need to draft? Yep. I would say That's not what I want. Go away. Accidentally opened Photoshop. Where? My angle measuring tool. Let's use this one here. Um, 40. The other one around 90 minus 40 is 50. There you go. Let's check the other side real quick if this is... That's a little more shallow. More steep, I should say. Oh, that's then more 60 degrees here. Yeah, let's use 60. Looks nicer. I try video editing, also a little bit of Instagram. Nice, what kind of videos do you do? And do you then plan to do 3D printing videos? You do this 3D thing full time? At the moment, yes. I started February. Last year. It's already been a year. God, time flies. It's unbelievable. So yeah, I'm doing this full time for a year now, but I'm still very much in the building phase. So a lot things to do to get enough money. Oh, hi Ian, welcome in. How are you? How has your day been? How is it MK3 Red 3 coming along? Are you going to update Red 5 too? Your volume is very low tonight. What? Is it? Happy first anniversary. Yay, thank you. Thank you very much. I survived for 1 year. Let's hope I can survive a couple more. Let me quickly check. Volume is low. Maybe I'm too far away from the mic. I don't know how much impact this has. I'm going farther away. But I didn't change anything of the settings. Maybe I just need to get closer to this thing here. That's probably it. Maybe I speak a little more quiet today. Who knows? Back to the important question. Of course, I'm also updating Red 5. As a matter of fact, I will update Red 5 first and then do Red 3. Red 3 was the prototype, so to speak, because the scan that I have is from a Red 3 model, so that's why it makes sense to compare those and adjust those. But this is just cut and moved around and things like that, so it's not finished. But I now know what I need to do, and I'm going to do this first for Red 5. That will then be released on my Patreon first. Plan is for March, so next month. And then I want to finally make pre-supported resin printing files for that thing, which was highly requested. But I dreaded it for so long because it's just not a fun thing to do. But Lychee Slicer updated their auto support feature in a very good way, so now it works really well. It makes it way easier and less of a hassle to do pre-supported files now. So yeah, I will do those, and then those will be, I guess, will be released in April, also on Patreon, and then a couple of weeks later in the shops. It's not a big problem, just noticeably quieter than normal. I have the volume way up. Okay. Weird. Oh, it gets better when I'm a little bit closer to the mic. Thanks for the update. Yeah, you're welcome. And yeah, I know you are Patreon. You subscribed recently. Yeah, I think you told me last week in the last live stream. So again, thank you very much for your support. I have only printed a few parts from your Red 5, so I will hold on and reprint. I'm remaking the wings. That is all I have printed. I most likely will not do anything on the wings. The wings should stay the same as they are now. So the main thing is the fuselage and the adjoining parts, the nose, the backplate, and maybe the cockpit interior a little bit, and the armature rod that goes through the entire thing that I have to adjust. The whole wing assembly should stay the same. The volume on my side is alright. That's good. Maybe Ian's computer or wherever you're watching made some stupid thing. Then it would be, for a change, not be my system. So you can print everything from the wings, and then you just need to wait for the fuselage parts, basically. Unless you want to wait for pre-supported parts, then you have to wait a little longer. Where were we? Right. Here. Right, I wanted to check the upper section of this bump here. I think this also looks different. Get this in here. That seems to be just straight. It's not the curvature of the joint here. So let's just remove that. Let's see if Fusion is clever enough and I can just delete those two faces. No. Maybe those? Almost. Not what I wanted. Then let's get back into the sketch and add another profile here, and then we'll just cut that away. Zip like this. And I think I can get rid of those fillets as well. If there are any, they are not that big. Ooh. Now the question is this just damaged here? On the side, can you see that? This part here, or was there a draft on this geometry as well, like it is down here? There seems to be a little bit of an angle here, but I'm not sure if it's just because of the perspective. I can really tell from this picture as well. There's just a whole lot of mass here. I have to go. See ya. Oh, see you too. Hopefully see you next time as well. Have a good night. Good evening. Bye bye. Oh, and thank you for the follow on YouTube. Or the sub, as it should say. Yeah, I think I'll leave it straight like this. If anyone has better reference photos, it's easier to sand a little bit away here than adding stuff, so. And then there seems to be a little extra little bump on top of that. Probably just a little piece of styrene, like all the other panels here. How much is this here? 1.37. I think I make this the same. 1.37. I'm going to make this the same. Wait, this is the other sketch. I can't use this. Quickly making a center line here. Then we can make this symmetric as well. It was more or less, but still. .17. There you go. So now this needs to be a little more up top here. And I think it goes a little inside this here. Oops. Not you, only those two. Make this round. Wait, let's roll this back. I think I will make a chamfer on this thing as well. Okay, let's get this back. All right. And that is our leg. I think that's it. This, this, and that. Yep. What is this? Okay, there's something left from the extrusion. Okay, we need to quickly fix that, but before we do that, let's save. And drink a little bit of water. Okie dokie. Right. Those leftovers here. I mean, I clicked this surface. It should extrude all the way through, and now it did, but it did not before. It's a stupid bug Fusion has since I don't know, a couple of years actually. I don't know, maybe I'm just too stupid to operate it, but I clicked the same surface now that I clicked before, and now it did, and before it did not. So don't know what that's all about, but you have to be careful for those kinds of things, because they can easily slip through, and then you miss it, and then you export it, and you print it, and then you see like, shit, the fuck's that? So now going to mirror all of those over here. I mean, I already mirrored that thing. Should have waited till I did all these other things here. Maybe I can change that operation when I find it. I think it was this one here. That was before I extruded the rest of the body towards the bottom. I guess that's why. No, better not. Then, yeah, I'll just redo it. It's probably easier. So let's cut those off again. You can go. No, not copy, rather mirror. I think it doesn't make a difference if I copy and turn it around, or if I mirror. Other than that, I need to find the right plane. Is it you? No. Where is it? Wait, I can just use this one, can I? Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. Combine those three. Be one piece now again. Yep. There you go. Let's remove those little... Hey. That's not what I wanted. I want to do. Okay. Tiny anomaly. Let's get rid of that. It's not particularly necessary, but it's just cleaner looking. And it satisfies my OCD. I think that's it. Now we can combine those two. And then I have to decide or if I do a hollow version and one that is not hollow, or just the hollow version, or vice versa, or. I don't know. I think all the other ones are hollow anyway, so. I may do this with this one as well. The wall thickness is 2.72. That's a odd number. Probably from all the scaling that this little guy has seen in his life. Let's see, is this 2.71? It's basically the same. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Let's use the shell operation. What did we say? 2.72. Rounded. No? Oh, why not? This operation usually works quite well. And it's not like this is a complicated geometry, because all those blue panels are separate at the moment. Okay. Maybe because it's elliptic shaped? I have no idea. Okay, then we are going to try something else. I need to find the original sketch from the head. Should be this one. Sketch 28. But let's make a new one. Wait. Plain 18 was it? So we can use this one as a reference. Make a little offset. I need 2.72. Close our sketch lines. So that should be now turnable, revolvable, whatever you want to call it. Use wait. Don't use an axis from another sketch. We use this one here. Can I? Full rotation. There you go. And now it's hollow. I'm quickly going to make a folder where I can copy and paste all his separate parts, because we are now going to combine all these parts. That is one single piece for printing. But once I do this, he will lose all his colors. So then I would need to reapply all the colors to all those surfaces, and I just don't want to. That's why I keep a copy of all the separate parts where the color is still applied. This is just for rendering purposes. Although I need to get rid of this blue here. Remove. Alrighty. Speaking of which, I just wanted to quickly check the red 3 color. Okay, it has also colors here on top, so I can replicate this anyways here in CAD, unless I will model some separate surfaces here and paint those, but I think I'm not going to do that. So I'm not gonna bother with this now. Okay, so let me leave it like it is. Wait. Need this, and all of those. Copy, paste. So you guys go in this folder. And now we can combine. Let's use this as the main body. R2 ILM-Style. So this will be the only one that will not have a turnable head. Oh wait, yeah, okay. Color. There you go. But since the original is also that way, that should be fine. If someone wants to still turn his head, you can easily just cut it and reattach it in a different position. So combine this with this, and all of you guys. Oh. Oh no. Something happened. It's not happy with this. Which one was it? This here. That's the original panel that we made at the very beginning. But I can't. No, I can't. Okay. So if I want to combine those panels with the head, it throws an error because CAD programs are very precise most of the times. So, but this panel was apparently not created 100% perfectly, let's say. So this curvature and the curvature from the head are not entirely the same, apparently. And so now he can't combine those two parts. So what I usually do when this happens, because it happens quite a lot with complicated curvatures in surfaces like this, mostly the easy fix is you just take the surface that you want to combine, make this thicker by 0.5 millimeter or something, so that it protrudes into the other geometry, and then normally it can combine them flawlessly. We'll just see. We're going to do this with all those panels here. You probably as well, maybe. Okay. Oh, you. Do we have all of them? And those. Okay. And get his head back. Where is it? What's this anyways? Oh, so all the cut off parts I did not remove yet. Okay. Yeah, try this once again. Combine this with this, and all of you. Let's see. It seems to work. Wait, you as well. Okay, let's see. That looks good. Now it has combined everything. Going to make a quick cut to check if there are any hidden cavities or some geometry that I missed. We can actually get rid of this step here. This was for the other R2s that has the turnable head. That's the brim that where it sits on, that it does not fall off. That you can align the head to the body properly. But we don't need that here, so I think I can just delete that. That looks good. Good. Try the other plane. What plane was it? I forgot already again. 11, 12? No? No. Wait. This one here. Jesus. Too many planes and stuff. If the legs attach correctly, this looks fine as well. Okay. Minimum. Yeah, no, not like this. Let's extrude it all the way down. Okay. 2.3 millimeters wall thickness. That should still be more than enough. All right, let's save this. And that's it for the little R2 guy. So I'm going to export this, well, maybe later or tomorrow, and then I will probably test print it on my P1S, because I want to test the fine settings on this machine and just see how it comes out. If this is any usable with this small, because it will be as small as this little guy here. You see that one here? I clipped one here. This little guy here. Oops. Sorry about that. I'm thinking about making two versions even of this. One where it's like this, the higher configuration, and then maybe one that is already cut for the X-Wings. So then that you don't have to cut it yourself. But even then the height is different on every X-Wing basically for the R2 unit, so you have to cut it differently anyway, so Have you hidden the top panels? I have been away from my screen for a while. What top panels do you mean? If you mean those on the very top here, those are just painted. I could not see any geometry on the actual physical thing. So this is just painted on top of here, if you mean that. Otherwise I would have designed it, of course. But there I'm afraid you have to hand paint. But since the original one looks very not symmetrical and weird, you should be good. Where's the other one? This is the other one. If you can where's the side view? Here, if you compare those two, those panels on the top are painted differently. Because this is the complete one and the split is left and right to the middle. And here the split is in the middle and the panel is left and right from the middle. So even the orientation is different on those two painted ones. So this is basically for me the clue that there are no panel lines or whatever in the original casted part, because I would imagine that they would have oriented on those. Although even with those you see that they just painted whatever on those things, and even here it's way over the actual panel. So maybe I'm wrong, but or here it's just painted besides the panel. So you can pretty much do whatever you want. Yes, I agree with what you were saying. I did notice they were aligned differently in those two references. Sorry again. You no need to be sorry. Better ask twice than miss something. That's always my motto. Yeah, let's copy this one here. Or wait, let me check what is all this here. This is all leftover stuff, which I don't need. Although maybe I can use those projector thingies at some point for something, maybe. So I'll maybe keep those. But the rest can go. This, and this one here. Throw those in here. And you can go. So now we have two of this. I'll make this one Y wing. And this one X wing. The Y-wing will stay like this. And the X-wing one we are going to cut. Question is, at what height? See if I can pull up some pictures from all the other X-wings, and then we see what the tallest is. And then I probably cut the taller one, and then the rest needs to be cut or sanded down for the according X-wing. I think red leader is pretty low as well. Red 3 is way higher. What about red 2? Blue leader does not have an R2 unit at all. No, it's just a hole. Okay. There you go. Oh, he's pretty tall as well. Oh, he has different ones in different shots. This is the blue one. It's not the one from red 3. Maybe it's this guy. Hard to tell. Let's see red 5. Probably this one here. Oh, the cannon is in the way, but you can... Yeah, this should be the joint, so he's also taller. Then red leader. Although red leader has also a different one in here than he has on the auction pictures. Yeah, that's definitely a different one. Oh boy. So how do you guys decide which one to paint if you see that there's a different R2 than in here, and maybe in another scene, another one as well? Do you pick the one that is shown the most in the movie, or do you just take whichever one you like best? I tend to do the first thing, use what is shown the most on screen. Unless I don't like it, then I use the other one. What about this one? Here it looks a little more, a little lower than in this shot from the movie. Okay, we don't need this and that. Those are probably the same height, so I think I'm going to cut it in a way that when he's sitting in the X-Wing, that this tiny little surface is flush with the top of the fuselage. So with this here. I think that makes the most sense from what I see on all the pictures here. And then if he needs to sit lower, then you just have to cut another few millimeters. And that shouldn't be too big of a problem. So let's measure. So this is the MK3 Red 3 prototype. You can see there's a ugly gap here, which of course will be fixed in the final version. And here's a cut. And the nose is not sitting correctly and so on. But that doesn't matter. That will all be nice and fixed. And then it will be the best X-Wing that I ever made. Hopefully the last iteration. So this is 4.12 millimeters. And so we use this, go back to our R2. Put a plane at that height. And then, wait, I need to make sure that I have the right one. X-Wing, yes. Cut this along this plane. Get rid of the bottom here. This one as well. And now you R2 ILM-Style X-Wing. Okay, so now there's a little thingy like this. Will this make print issues? What is this? A millimeter is printable. I mean, I could just delete it. You will probably never see it inside the X-Wing, but you know. I will leave it there for now. Let's save, and then we will place it in the X-Wing and see what it looks like. Should I? Well, I have Red 3 open anyway, so let's just put it in here. I think I use this R2 for alignment. Would be the easiest. Isolate. Maybe it's even in the right position when I bring it in here. Let's see. Or units. Or units. The X-Wing cut. Okay. Odin, welcome in. Hello, hello. How was the day? What have you been up to? I see it's almost finished. It is. It's basically finished. I just combined everything and made a copy and cut his feet off for an X-Wing version, but I also left a longer one for a Y-Wing version. So it will now be 2. And now I'm going to make a quick fit check in the X-Wing model. So I just put in the reference here in my X-Wing assembly. I just need to align it because it's not quite there. Oh, it's probably the old position because the new fuselage, the R2 will be a little bit more towards the front. So can we this point to this point? Come on. There you go. Do this, and now we unisolate, hide the original R2, and now we have the ILM style. Let's see. There should be no collisions, but you never know. Maybe I misjudged or misdid something. So let's better safe than sorry. So let's check everything real quick. This looks good here. Other side as well. Here in front is more than enough space. Here to this little panel that sticks out a little more. It's a little bit tighter, but should still be okay. What is this? Almost 2/10. Plenty of space. And you have enough wiggle room here towards the front and stuff, so that looks good. Quickly. Whoop. Cut this. Oh, it's a little intersecting here, but that's not a biggie. So it will be a little bit higher. So that means the original R2 is also a little bit too low here. Oh well, a few hundreds. Nothing to worry about. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. On the droid strip as well. That's pretty much from the new alignment that I did, so I have to adjust it a bit more, but that will be done once I make the MK3 version final. Four tenths. Very cool. I would say it looks pretty much the same. Reference picture and cat model, which is the goal. So I'm happy with that. This as well, you can see both those thingies, edges, whatever. This is tool arms thingies. Yeah, this is now red 5 and this is red 3, so it's not the same, but still you get the idea. See the joint here looking around, sticking out, as well as here. I think on red 5 in this shot he's even a little bit taller, but I think you can easily adjust that with a little styrene or cardboard or whatever. Shim it under there and then he comes up. So I'm happy with the height. And if you want to do this, then you have to just sand or cut a few millimeters off and then he will be further in. Okay. I think I can save this as well. Then he has the ILM-Style R2 as well in the assembly. Okay, I did save this already. Good. So then, yeah, I'm basically done for today. Unless I think of something else we can do that is not too, how should I put this, challenging, that I don't need to get in too deep into thinking. I mean, I can quickly export it and throw it into the slicer. Maybe I can do that. Windows Explorer is not the fastest. Since a couple of months, it has a weird bug or whatever when I open a new Explorer window. It's just blank for like 10-20 seconds before all the drives show up. That's quite annoying. Wait, no, it's in the other right. Over here. R-Unit 124. M. Wait, here. Save as mesh. Let's see. Why is it taking so long? Oh, probably because I saved directly into the cloud. Maybe that's why. No. So let's export this one as well. Even though I'm probably not going to print it, but you know, some of you might. I don't know how the wiring models are that are out there, 3D printed or resin kits. How deep the slot is for the R2, if it even is as deep as this one is tall or not. I have no idea. I never built one. And I never paid attention when I saw pictures. So let's throw this in here. Loots. 0.08 layer height, high quality. So let's see what this can do. It will print in about 40 minutes. I'll definitely have to adjust the layer height on top here a little bit, I guess. Make it maybe a smidge higher resolution up top. Maybe on the shoulders. What is this? Oh, it's just a top layer. It's just looking weird from this angle here. Okay. Oh, okay. So the seam should definitely be in the back and not here. Wait, it should be here. Quality seam, back. What is this? Aligned? No, it's all the way in the front. What about if I rotate you? And the seam is still on the front, all over his face. Not what I want. And let's keep the setting for seam in the back, and that would be all right. Yeah. What about the inside here of the dome? Does he need supports there? Maybe. Let's click enable. Let's see what it does. No. He says it does not need supports in there. Curious about that. If that is true or not. Interesting. Let's see here. Variable layer height. How much finer can we go even? I don't know. Oh, 0.08 is already defined, as we can go here. It doesn't let me make it any thinner, the layer height. Okay, so that question is answered. Never mind. Oop. Okay, where does this come from now? What the? Reset. No, they're gone. Okay. All right, then I will start this print tomorrow. And check how a fine FDM print compares to a resin print. Because I think I have a raw unpainted resin printed R2 lying around somewhere here. PLA, is this PLA? Is this synchronized? It could be, but this is not the right element here. The color is the same, but not the. It should be matte, but doesn't matter. I will adjust that tomorrow. Let's save the scene real quick. Need to make a new folder here. MF. Put this in here. um, all right, by the way, if you haven't seen it already, my new YouTube video should be up by now. So if you want to see how I sand this thing back here and glued it together, go watch that. And some other cool news and updates and shit. I don't know, do I open the T6 shuttle or not? I don't know, because I have to adjust some things there that are not very much fun to do or to watch, I guess. Because this will be some tedious back and forth adjusting things, breaking references and stuff. So I don't know if I want to do this on stream here now. What else could we do? Anything here? No, that requires my full attention for several hours, I guess, so I don't want to dive into that. No, we did that, we did that. Doesn't make sense, this not. Nope. I don't have anything fun to do right now. The other things require some preparation first. I don't want to do this on stream because I hate to do those things, and I think there won't be much fun to watch me do that. So I guess I'm calling it for today. Next week will be no stream because I'm on vacation for a week. Going on a little cruise trip with my family and stuff. But the week after that, I will be back, and I guess I will stream then again. And I hope I can get the T6 shuttle wrapped up for that, so we can continue to work on that thing. Because I want to get this finished this year. It has to be finished this year. I just need to get it done. It's been around for too long. So yeah, I'm going to do my best that this will be ready for the next stream. And then we can continue greebling, putting details, making geometries on the T6 shuttle. I hope you're looking forward to this. I'm going to print that little guy tomorrow and see how that will look like. Trying to paint it and put it in my Red 3 model. Maybe make some fancy pictures, depending on how this print turns out, or if I have to reprint it in resin. I will let you guys know. So have a good evening, have a good night, a good time zone, and a great weekend later. And hopefully see you next time. Bye bye. Good night to you as well, Odin. Bye.